The Boston Red Sox hit the field looking to get back on top of the American League East. We're breaking down every pitch all season long on Ovi's Backstop Podcast, part of the CMG Sports Podcast Network.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Backstop Podcast. I'm your host, Ovi Muniz. Friday night was the game one of the Red Sox Yankees Series that took place at Yankee Stadium. And look, the final score, as I've been telling my partner here, Joe Aguirre, who is the podcaster at Roll Call, that the Red Sox were going to win Friday night. And we're going to get all the details and everything else, but it was quite of a game. And as expected, the Red Sox did come out on top, but there's a lot of flaws in that lineup. But at the same time, there were a lot of flaws in the Yankees as well. So with these two teams still trying to develop and get better and better as the season goes, there's still a lot of improvement, but the action is still there. So before we even get started, I want to give you guys the highlight of what happened last night at Yankee Stadium.
They do, and Devers was ready for it. Oh, man! Three-run homer by Rafi Devers. That's up where the big boys live.
3 hits, no runs.
Right on cue, Marwin Gonzalez sends the ball into the left field corner. That's going to score Bogarts from second. Renfro's going to try and throw to the plate. Is not in time. So capable. And largely the same one that dominated last year. He goes so quiet. Aaron Judge has just gone deep. Classic Yankee Stadium homer. Hit it toward the porch. Just the next one, too. Check it. He did not. The home let up by Bill Miller does that himself. So Barnes does get his strikeout to end the game. The Red Sox do get their win, their first at Yankee Stadium in over 2 years.
And that's great. The Red Sox, for the first time in 2 years, winning at Yankee Stadium. Good things. And the Red Sox are an awesome road team. The concern was always at home at Fenway Park. But regardless of that, man, we still got 2 more games going on at Yankee Stadium. And we're going to cover all that. But first, hey, if you like my channel, please subscribe to YouTube. You can follow me on Facebook. Just click the like button. And, of course, you guys can follow me on Twitter at Ovi Muniz. And continue on with the series. Look at the lineup here. We'll get a little close-up here. The biggest flaw for the Red Sox is the leadoff guy. We had Santana, the center fielder, going 0 for 4. His average dropped to 125. That's a big concern. So anyone that's really in the leadoff spot for the Red Sox, they're not having a great outing. But as far as Verdugo is concerned, he went 1 for 4, batting a 286. But JD Martinez was kind of quiet at the bat, going 1 for 4. But Devers, man, hitting that 3-run homer in the first inning. I mean, look, if you're going to give this guy a fastball, sooner or later, he's going to hit it out of the park. So, understandably, what the Houston Astros did during the 4-game series to Devers, but that doesn't mean that it's going to continue over and over again. Eventually, Devers is going to snap out of it, and he did, and it costed the Yankees. Even though he went 1 for 4, but those 3 RBIs were huge in the Red Sox victory. And Marwin Gonzalez stepped out of his hitless streak as he went 2 for 4, raising his average to 199. And Vasquez, the catcher, he struck out 3 times last night. His average is dropping to 246. Let's hope that he could come out of the slump. But as far as the Yankees lineup, we expected that Aaron Judge was going to make things happen, right? I mean, this guy is leading all categories for the Yankees. He went 2 for 4 with a home run. His average is now a 294. And also Torres had 2 hits, and so did LeMahieu with 2 hits. But they couldn't really get the ball rolling. You know, the Red Sox did cost a little small error in the 6th inning that gave them an extra run. But other than that, I mean, the Yankees had a chance to tie the game in the 1st inning, but Aaron Judge did hit into a double play. So that's not good. That's not good, especially when Joe Aguirre has been saying that the biggest struggle of the Yankees, they always hit into double plays. And then looking at the pitching, Eovaldi was spectacular, going 6 strong innings, gave up 8 hits, 2 runs, 1 of them earned, struck out 7 batters. And like I said, he gave up a home run from Aaron Judge, but hey, he's looking good, dropping his ERA to 3.78. Samarawa came in with 2 innings, striking out 5 batters, okay? 5. That's pretty awesome, right? Of course it is. 5 strikeouts out of 7 batters he faced. And then Barnes came in to save the day, striking out the side. And the Red Sox continue to win. And as always, you know, the Red Sox has a pattern, man. They haven't lost 3 straight games. And usually after they go in a slump with those 3 games, they come back strong for the next 3 or 4. So let's see if the Red Sox can continue the hype moving on forward, especially today when their game starts at 4 o'clock Eastern time. And you can watch it on television on the Fox network. Here's the standings in the American League. Tampa Bay Rays losing to the Texas Rangers 5-4. The Astros just destroyed the Blue Jays 13-1. And the Orioles came out victorious over the Indians 3-1. And in the standings right here, the Red Sox are now 1 game back behind the Rays. The Yankees are staying at 4.5, but 1 game difference between the Red Sox and them. And then the Blue Jays and the Orioles. Today's lineup is no other than Erod as he takes the mound. Hopefully he snaps out that 4-game losing streak that he's going in. He is 5-4 with a 5.64 ERA. Has pitched 52 in the 2/3 inning, but has given up a lot of hits. But he does, is reliable on the strikeouts, but his control is the concern. Can he last over 5 innings? And the last 3 starts, he hasn't done so. And that's going to be very important going on to today as the Yankees have Jameson Taillon as a starter. He is 1-4 with an ERA 5.10. But looking at his whip is 1.26. So he is a reliable pitcher for the Yankees. But can the Red Sox get away from those middle game slumps? As what happened yesterday, the Red Sox scored 3 runs in the 1st inning, but waited all the way until the 7th inning to actually score some runs. So let's see if they're able to put some damage on Taillon here, their Yankees right-handed pitching. And on Sunday will be Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN. We get to see Garrett Richards face off against Domingo Germán. That's, again, 8 o'clock Eastern time on ESPN. And if you like my show and you miss it and you want to hit the road and check out the podcast, you can go ahead and go to your audio podcast there on Apple, Google, Spotify, or wherever you get your favorite podcast platform, and tune in to Ovi's Backstop Podcast. And also, you could go on to hhwshow.com with the latest news and sports and pro wrestling all around the globe. You can check it out. And that does it really on this show. You know, so happy we won up on the Yankees. And I don't know, the Red Sox nations are celebrating. And we're going to continue to celebrate because I am confident that today that Erod will snap out of his losing streak and come out victorious at Yankee Stadium. But on behalf of Clovercrest Media, I'm Over Muniz. Stay tuned to the next recap after the game tonight.
Thank you so much for listening to Ovi's Backstop Podcast. part of the CMG Sports Podcast Network. For more, visit hhwshow.com.